one of the major challenges that we face these days in the classes, apart from how the days that we had, students are well updated of things.
Okay.
So it is just by referring one textbook or going through one particular information blog, it is not enough to satisfy the need of the student. They ask a lot of questions. They have exposure to a lot of information around, because almost all the newspapers are available online right now. All the magazines, both technical and management, everything's available online. Everyone have a smartphone. We have internet here. They have access to a lot of information. So we cannot just do away with telling something in the class, and we need to have a lot of information ready with us, which is for the good, definitely. So that's one major change which I see from the student community these days. Focusing on the marks part of it, definitely it is important, but that is not it. There are huge expectations from the industry, because once you graduate from the colleges, there's hardly any relevance to the marks or the grade that you got. It's more to do with the soft skills, the more to do with the people management skills, and where you're going to implement these things what you learned in the past 2 years, whether it's masters or 4 years of engineering. So beyond the marks, there's huge expectations. As I said before, internet is a big source. We do have a syllabus to cover, but we do not limit ourselves only to the syllabus. I handle this professional development, which is more on the management papers. So there is no point in just discussing the theoretical concepts about management in the class. That definitely requires a lot of industry exposures out there. So how we bring that to the class is with a lot of case studies, presentations and book reviews. We also do live case studies where live industry problems are shared in the class. Time is given for them to discuss the whole thing and come up with problem solutions. So these give the students different dynamics of thought process and approach to problems. These are the various methods that we're doing that. Exam perspective, it is not just for what they write in the piece of paper that we give the marks for. So as I said, the examination, the question involves a lot of case studies, wherein only exception this time is that rather than discussing in a group, they will have to evolve the problems and the problem solutions for it by themselves. So a major chunk of the question and even the marks also goes for this case study, which goes as a part of the question paper. And necessarily the marks is not for the English literature and how well they are presenting it. It's more about the logically how he has evolved to that particular solution. That's what actually gives them the score. Because we definitely believe that not everyone is great writers. And not everyone have that great skill of presenting the thing. So if they are able to, even in the form of bullet points, if they are able to convince some points over the paper, we award the marks. 100% yes. A major part of the time is spent on the social media. Something like LinkedIn or Facebook. I also have downloaded quite a few knowledge apps, of which gives a review and analysis of various events happening, which are the major headlines, which also helps us to give a different thought dimension of approaching a particular issue. Because we in the classroom, when we talk about, we cannot be politically inclined or spiritually inclined and give a statement like that. So we need to have an overall holistic understanding of the entire problem and then try to convey that to the students. We also encourage the students also to have a neutral opinion rather than having a biased opinion.